7, oh,
It always goes over.
It is 7 PM on April 9th, 2019, and we are going to open the regular board meeting. You do roll call, please.
Yep. Trustees first, William Luxinger,
Here.
Jen Christensen,
here.
Jared Doan,
Here.
Phil Motisi,
Here.
Dina Simpson,
Here.
and Jason Grimes is absent. Village President Rick Worm,
Here.
Village Treasurer Brenda Ognemany,
Here.
Village Clerk Sandy Mize, I'm here. Village Attorney David Silverman is absent. Public Works Supervisor Brett Fergie,
Here.
and Park Supervisor Kenny Lamer.
Here.
All right, will you please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Would you read the items on the consent agenda, please?
Yep. For consideration tonight on the consent agenda, number 1 is the March 12th, 2019 regular board minutes. Number 2 is the bills payable warrant list dated April 9th, 2019, which includes outside meeting pays, maintenance service, inspection service, operating supplies, concession stand supplies, mulch, computers, direct pay bills, and pre-approved bills. Number 3 is resolution number 19-23, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of invoice from Municipal Code Corporation for 2018 updates to the Village of Davis Junction Municipal Code. Item number 4 is resolution number 19-24, a resolution amending the Village of Davis Junction Personal Policy Manual, Human Resource Manager. Number 5 is resolution number 19-25, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of proposal from Stewart Spreading for dewatering of liquid biosolids and transportation to landfill.
At this time, does any board member wish to pull an item from the consent agenda for further discussion?
No.
Okay, so entertain a motion. Are you two fighting over it?
No, he's got this.
I move to place agenda items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that all items be considered together as the consent agenda.
I'll second
Second.
that.
William makes a motion to place items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 together inclusively as the consent agenda. Dina seconds. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Jen,
Yes.
Jared,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
Dina,
Yes.
Jason is absent, William.
Yes.
Passed unanimously. We can move to the next step.
I move to adopt items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 inclusively on the consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Second.
William moves to adopt the items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 inclusively on the consent agenda, a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote and procedures specified in the Illinois Municipal Code. Jared seconds. Is there any discussion?
No.
Roll call, please.
Jared,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
Dina,
Yes.
Jason is absent, William,
Yes.
Jen.
Yes.
Passes 7:03. We have no items removed from the consent agenda. Water bill drawing.
Not sure much shaking can be
I
done.
don't know, just shake them until one falls out.
Yeah.
And the winner is 107 East Chicago.
We don't give names.
So we do have everybody present now. We will have, unfortunately, Jason's leaving us, and we will have the Streets Committee open. I'd like to bring up whatever you have for an interest in committee assignments or moving. If you want to try something different, so Streets is open. We still have Economic Development could be taken by someone if they want it. We have Community and Public Health Safety. So there are options for committees. If any of the people that are already on a committee want to move, let me know. The next month, we gotta figure out where everybody's gonna be sitting.
I'd take on economic development too.
What's that?
I'd take economic development too.
That one's gonna take one all by itself, so otherwise we leave it for everybody. If it's not one person, it'll be everybody.
I guess we're gonna have to do everybody then.
When would you be swearing all the, new people in?
It'll be the day they take their oath,
When's that, May eighth?
when they take their oath.
May 14th. It's May
What
14th.
date, May 14th?
Yes, the first
Okay,
regular board meeting.
Thank you.
Do you have update on the server construction and email migration?
So the server is, I'd say, about halfway done. Tomorrow they're gonna be moving over the MSI system, which runs our ledgers, billing, payroll, so that'll all shift over tomorrow. And then, hopefully by the end of the week, the email migration will also be taking place. If you have not responded to the, message I sent you, please see me after the meeting. We've gotta get everybody's information so that Chris can log in and shift the emails over after it's been done. Everybody can reset their passwords, so there's no fear there. I guess hand in hand with the committees, though, if there's gonna be a change in committees, we need to figure out the email system at the same time.
So just wanted to keep that in the back of your mind as far as where you would like to be.
Laserfish did move over quite smoothly. It is off the external hard drive, so we're no longer tapped for space like we previously were. Just so you guys are aware, though, there have been some additional expenses that we did not anticipate. It was $200 to have Laserfish move the stuff. MSI was another $200. None of it's been exorbitant, but they're just small fees for their personnel to log in and move the stuff that Chris can't move.
All right, do you have anything further?
Nope.
Brenda?
No, all I have is the treasurer's report that's attached to your board packet, and everything has been posted for March.
Wonderful. Any questions on the treasurer's report? No village attorney? We'll move on to committee reports. Committee Improvement and Finance?
Kenny, when do you want me to bring up what we did this morning?
At your leisure, whenever you like to.
Kenny was gracious enough to invite me this morning to view our pond in the park. I know it's normally...
It's not a very good view.
No, it's definitely not. And I've expressed with the board, there's an option to have that fixed, expanded, or repaired by a company. But talking with legal today, it's been advised, and I agree, it's in an emergency state now, that we have to have engineering and a cost estimate done, so that we have this on hand and on record, so that if and when somebody can pull the trigger to do the work, it's already designed and ready to go.
It is already designed.
Is it though?
Yes. All the engineering drawings are done.
Where are they?
We just gotta get them from Matt. They're done.
Okay.
They've been done since Nancy was on the board.
Part of the expansion of the pond?
100 feet wide at the bottom, 800 feet long.
There, a couple other things maybe that we discussed, right now with the drainage coming out to the south, and actually Billy, after we had driven, and, Fergie and I went out and pulled some manhole covers today to find out, and actually, the retention from Dollar General, or those lots over by the Landau, is not actually tying in with the lake, and the water blowing out on Lincoln Street is actually, when that retention pond is full, all the water coming from behind Diamond 3 and behind Diamond 2 running down Lincoln transfers across Lincoln to south, and when that's full, it can't go anywhere, and that's where it's blowing up out of the manholes and stuff. But Billy and I had discussed possibly changing the route that the lake is draining, for possibly better drainage once it's done. So that might be something we might need to relook at if the engineering was done already, possibly going out to the north and thinking ahead possibly, when they do this, to dredge more on the north end and hopefully add material on the south end, free up some space, for the future if we were to put Diamond 4, in a cloverleaf scenario there. Right now, the fence would basically be right up against the water. So while they're moving material, if they could basically just dig out the north, add material to the south, and kind of shift the lake north, if that makes any sense, just to free up a little bit of space on the south end of it.
I guess the question I would have is if that engineering was done 15, 20 years ago,
It's not that long ago.
Nancy hasn't been on the board in 15 years?
Well,
13?
I've only been on the board.
Okay, so even 13 years, things have changed. And I don't know if,
But at least we can look at the design and see how well it fits before you go and spend money on more engineering.
totally agree.
So I'm requesting that he send the engineering documents, to the Public Works folks,
Perfect.
and then, bring in large prints next time he visits.
Okay.
Because it would actually take over the overflow part as well. That would actually.
Because I think what needs to happen is, in order to accommodate all the flooding that occurs in that whole entire park and wherever else, the pond needs to be bigger.
It'd be much larger. It'll fill the whole area.
Yeah.
As I said, it was, at the bottom, if memory serves, it was 100 feet wide, 800 feet long. It comes up to 6 feet at 60 degrees off horizontal. And then it comes up, it comes up at 30 degrees off horizontal, so 6 feet deep. And then turns and goes 60 degrees off horizontal to the surface on that last 6 feet, because that's your sunlight penetration for growth.
Yeah, I thought, for some reason I heard I have 16 feet
16 feet.
or 26 feet. We were talking about that today in our head for total depth. And I know the bank needs to be, sloped at a certain area and stuff like that, so.
It was done at 16 feet deep. That's where I came up with the 46,000 yards of dirt. That's what would be taken out of the pond. But we can look at the thing and see if there's any changes you wanna make to it, but instead of repaying for the whole thing, just see what.
My suggestion would be that if it ends up coming to the engineer part again, that we potentially seek another firm to do it. We can give them the work that we've already had done.
This goes back to why we should have all of our documents
Absolutely.
from engineering here, that we can access them anytime we want. We don't have to ask for them. I understand they have their server that we can go on and get them, but
Right.
we should have them available to us here.
On that point, our new server is large enough. If people, as they start receiving the engineering drawings via email, would forward them to me, I can at least start compiling and stockpiling the ones that we're receiving now.
I guess we'll wait and just see those drawings come in.
Right, and Sandy, can I kind of shed light on our process of, when we present the budget? How we're gonna no, okay. Disregard.
Otherwise, I don't think I have anything else.
No emergency expenditures?
No.
Brenda?
No.
Ordinance enforcement,
Nothing.
Parks, Public Safety and Health.
Want to speak first?
Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. Mine's short and sweet,
Okay,
as usual.
so, obviously, Easter egg hunt, Jen will touch on that this weekend is coming up. We're still kind of in the process of, the Diamond One renovation we had done last year and got shut down end of the season due to weather. We ended up having to cancel a couple weeks of games due to the weather this spring. And there was some current concern that where we had trench drain tiles settled really bad, and thought it was a safety hazard for players to run and roll an ankle or hurt themselves. We were unable to get dirt, the first couple weeks. We finally got all that filled in. We're just basically waiting for someone to start cutting sod so we can finish up the rest of that project, and then Diamond One will finally be done. It looks as if all the drainage we put in last year is working phenomenal, and it made a huge difference in that field, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the future of that field being used a lot more than it ever has in the past for that. Our golf cart hopefully will be here, talking maybe Thursday. I was trying to get it for the Easter egg hunt, so volunteers have that to use. It's looking possibly Thursday, Friday at the latest, so that should be in service come Saturday for the Easter egg hunt. And that's about it for right now.
How did the grass, I know you want a sod, but did a lot of that grass get ruined from digging on that Diamond one?
No, not terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Probably, I'd say probably 2 rows of sod on it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not
Considering
dramatic.
Heavy is
It looks a lot worse than it really is right now.
awesome. The only thing I have is that our Easter festivities are this Saturday. Registration starts at 10:30 and the hunt will be at 11. And that is all.
All right. Streets and ditches is not here, we'll move on. Oh, you have streets and ditches?
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that obviously, we're still working on cleanup, obviously, from this winter, so, it'll be ongoing for a while, so. That's all I have.
Utilities,
I have nothing.
We are still dealing with a vibration in,
all
sorry.
two?
I do have a little,
That's all right.
we're still dealing with a vibration in well 2. We removed the motor, sent it back to PDC a week ago. Got it back. We had them turn it in a couple of days. Got it back. We're still dealing with the vibration. So we're checking into possibly a check valve issue, or a, butterfly valve issue. If that doesn't take care of it, we're gonna have to take it apart again. Not pull the well, but take it apart, do some pump to waste tests, stuff like that. So we're running it. We're still running it. Everybody between Cahoy and PDC said to run it. So, it is still in service, but we're working on it. So that's all I got. Thanks, Dina.
Sure.
Anybody have anything on economic development? Wow. About swallowed my tongue on that one. Public. All right. Entertain a motion to go into closed session.
We do not need 2C11 tonight.
Okay. I will make a motion then to, move to closed session 2C1, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity.
I'll second.
So Dina makes a motion to go into closed session under section 2C1. Jen seconds. Is there any discussion?
No.
Roll
No.
call, please.
Bill?
Yes.
Dina?
Yes.
Jason is absent. William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes?
Jared?
Yes.
What time is it?
It is 8:07 PM, and on April 9th, 2019, we're reconvening open session. Actually, I'll entertain a motion to reconvene open session.
I'd like to make a motion to reconvene open session.
I'll second that.
Jen makes the motion to reconvene open session. Dina seconds. Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're back in open session at 8:08. Action on closed session.
Well, the following are the raises.
Just wait, let Dina make the
That was,
motion.
huh?
No, let Brenda go first.
Okay.
Following are the raises that was discussed for the next fiscal year. Gary Larson, his new wage will be $13.08. Austin Lamer, $11.35. Tyler Schloff, $11.35. Tyler Onyebany, $10.51. David Onyebany, $10.54. Jonah Anderson, $10.53. Braden Schloff, $10.50. Tyler Lamer, $10.50. Larry Knott, $17.61. Bill White, $14. Kyle Magnuson, $19.56. George Gallardo, $17.48. Rex McManaway, $16.17. Mark Stokes, $13. Megan Onyebany, $11.35. Brent Weaver, $28.43. Jess Pearson, $15.80.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the salary raise proposals as set forth by Brenda.
Second.
Dina makes a motion to approve the salaries as set forth by Brenda. Jared seconds. Those will take effect May 1st.
Yes.
Yes.
Good call. Effective date.
Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dina?
Yes.
Jason's absent. William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Jared?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Motion passes at 8:10. Anything further from the board members?
No, sir.
I do have one thing. May 1st is also Lobby Day in Springfield. I plan on attending. I'm gonna try to, wrangle some folks about pipes in 72.
Ooh,
We'll see.
exciting.
Anything further from the public?
I got one other thing. Coming home today and going through Monroe Center, the new bank being built. Their nice driveway is pretty right up on 72. So if they get a cut-in closer than 200 feet, I'd like to file an official complaint with IDOT from the village. If they're gonna grant other municipalities cut-ins and force us and not allow us to get it done, then there's something wrong.
we might be able to acquire some information on that. The engineer for Monroe Center is also Willett Hoffman.
I'm hoping it's just the access they put in, but there's a full new gravel lane that went in within 50 feet of 72,
What bank is that? I haven't been that way.
Amboy Bank.
I haven't been that way.
Yeah, we were talking about it when Rick and I went to the meeting.
Holcomb's gonna lose a lot of business.
What,
Dave Lloyd's running that.
what's it within 50 feet of?
So it's on the court where that old restaurant is, it's gonna be the new Double O Saloon. That road that runs north off 72, you know,
Oh, so it's,
Like that little cul-de-sac between the.
they're not getting a lane, they're not getting a cut-in on 72, but their driveway access
is within 250
is within
feet of,
200 feet of 72, which that's what they tell us.
on
we
our
can't-
property down here.
Yes,
Hmm.
which we've lost.
Be interesting to see why.
Like I said, I'm hoping maybe it's just a temporary lane they put in, but it sure looks like a driveway to me.
Anything further from board members? Public? Entertain a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to
Make-
make a motion to adjourn.
This is a war.
My voice is louder.
Second.
Oh, stole it completely out of you. Then makes a motion to adjourn, William seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned at 8:12.